Hey everybody, Philip and Kyle Jessie at Trader Bill's. We're going to do a little fishing report today. Some things have changed over the last week, and it's definitely a different situation. The only lake that's going to stay at a constant level is going to be Hamilton and Catherine, with all this rain that we're getting in today and tomorrow. Temperatures are going to fall out, they're saying, at the end of the week, and so water temperature will probably end up right back in the upper 40s. I know there were some people talking about some 52-degree water this last weekend, but I think that's going to be gone at the end of the week with all the rain and the mud and the water as well.
Yeah, no doubt. With that being said, the other local lakes, DeGray and Washita, it's going to definitely change the water levels quite a bit. And one thing we were talking about off camera a moment ago is the fact that the moss situation, the grass situation on Lake Washita this year is definitely looking like it's going to be worse than it was last year, with the potential of all this rain. We're just gonna go over some different things, you can try to do to counteract that, more or less.
Yeah, Alabama rig 2-3 weeks ago, when the water was clear and lower, was definitely the hottest ticket. It's kind of slowed down here in the last week. A crankbait has really stepped up, and the part of the reason why, specifically on Lake Washita and Lake DeGray. The water's up in front of that buckbrush, and now it's going to be in the buckbrush, and those fish are 10 to 12, maybe even 15 feet right in front of that buckbrush line. And something you can do, obviously, is throw a crankbait or just slow a rattle trap down and try to get it down there a little deeper in front of that buckbrush line. And the other thing too, swimming a jig. That's one of Kyle's little deals.
For sure. So, I've got a couple of the heavier jigs here. It allows you to keep it down more. We've got a couple trailers here, like the Rage Menace, Rage Craw, are two really popular ones. Another thing to consider as well this time of year on Lake Washita is, getting to a hard edge. Like he was mentioning, the water is going to be coming up. Something I like to do a lot in like the White River lakes is throw a crankbait on just rocks, find a little bit dirtier water, and throw some of the crankbaits we've got here, like your Wigglewort style baits. The Fritz side's been super popular this year. Your standby bandits, deep little ends, things of that nature as well.
Yeah, and the other thing that we haven't talked about is Lake Greason. Lake Greason was 6 feet down before all this rain hit, so It's gonna be really coming up fast. I wouldn't be surprised if, after all the rain that they're getting in the western part of Arkansas right now, that lake isn't just short of the buckbrush by the end of the weekend. And it's going to have a lot more color in it too, so that's going to throw a wrench into Greason for a week or two until it gets a little more stabilized.
For sure. Yeah, also some new products we got in. It kind of seems maybe overstated, but it's the honest truth, is we're getting new things into the store all the time. Something we just got in here recently for your Alabama rig fishing is the X-Zone Mini Swammer. We've got it in a lot of really good colors. Comes in a pretty standard price point, and has the flat back there, so it stays keeled and runs straight. It's been really popular since we got them in. They've been selling well, so make sure to check those out as well.
Don't forget that Trader Bill's is hosting a pre-tournament meeting for the tournament on Lake Washita this Saturday. The meeting will be Friday night. You can sign up 4 till 7. The meeting starts at 7. We have a great selection of tackle that comes in every day. Big selection of Garcia reels that just showed up today, and anything else you might need for the upcoming tournament, so please stop by.